For the third time. Hopefully I can get this video done. Goodbye, Tipplers. All empty. Hello, Basrawi. I finally got rid of the Tipplers. I've been going back and forth debating it now for, honestly, since I started that white project 2, 3, 4 years ago. I've had these ever since, and they were on the back burner for a while, but I decided to make these my breed that I'm gonna fly. Me and my brother got started with Tipplers. He went to flights, and that's all he cares about. And this is all I care about now. These are Iraqi Basrawis. Sometimes the locals will call them loot pigeons, or maybe lout, like L-O-O-T or L-O-U-T. They spell it different, but they're from Basra. It's a city in South Iraq, and they're a tumbler and a roller. In Kuwait, which is the closest city to them, Kuwait City, they call them Kuwaiti rollers. Both countries claim them, but you know, it's just part of that region. They're flown by Muslims and Christians. I've got these from 4 different lofts. Most of these I bred. That guy I didn't. But yeah, I've been keeping these for a while, and yeah, I mean, like I've been committed to these for a couple years now, and I've just been keeping the Tipplers just because I started it. But I decided I was just wasting my time with it. I wasn't interested in it. It's not that I don't like Tipplers. I do. I think they're great birds. I recommend them for first-time flyers. I really do. They're great pigeons, but I mean, you really can't go wrong with them. I just lost interest in them, turned to these, and I don't want to work 2 breeds. Oh yeah, I was letting these out, huh? These birds aren't bred for color. These go for a lot of money, man. I've heard stories of people selling their cars to buy these over in Iraq. Them going for literally 10,000 plus bucks a bird. They're like homers over there, like at least in South Iraq and Basra, like in Baghdad. Baghdad's like New York City. They got every type of bird you could imagine. But like South Iraq, I mean, I don't know. I've never been there. This is just internet research, you know, stuff I hear. These are a pearl-eye bird, though they got even less white than the Tipplers. They're most known for having black whitetails, but they're not bred for color, like I said, strictly for flying. And like, I've never seen a video of somebody's loft where that's all they had. Once I get these all flying the same, because I got mine from 4 different lofts. From what I understand, it's a kind of new breed. I think like since the mid 80s. And you can't import from Iraq anymore, or maybe never could directly. So from what I understand, the birds here aren't as good as they are in Iraq. They're bred to fly. You want to fly them in low numbers. Here's my hens. You want to fly them in low numbers and high wind. High wind's the important thing, 20, 25 miles. Because what they do is they'll hover. They'll just hover in the wind like treadmill, right on top of your loft. And they'll just float there, flapping their wings but not moving. And they'll do rolls to the left and to the right. And that's the goal, is to get them to roll. But like some birds will roll just straight over. Other birds will kind of like roll and then like move over too. Other birds will shoot up and then roll, kind of shooting upwards. They will do backflips like if it's not windy, though some will roll when it's not windy. But they're not bred for the backflip, they're bred for the side roll. It's so crazy. It happens so fast, like when you watch people's videos of it, it's almost hard to even see it. Like if you don't know what you're looking for, it almost just, you know, it's like you miss a frame or something. So I got a lot of different styles. I'm breeding mine just to do a nice roll. I don't want the ones that shoot up. I don't really mind like the roll over, like the layover, move over a few feet. But yeah, when you fly them in big numbers, they just want to kit, you know, and just want to fly like a regular pigeon. They'll still tumble, but it's just, you know, it's not what they're bred for. And for that reason, it's great that it's like you don't want them to fly that long, because if you keep 10 cocks and 10 hens, which is like probably what I'm going to settle on around there, you're essentially flying them one by one, maybe two by two. So it takes up time, you know. You don't want just letting them all out. Just ain't no good. A couple years ago, I had a kid of 12 that was giving me 2 hours. But flying them solo, like anything over 15 minutes, I'm fine with, to be honest. And they give you more than that. Most of these birds in here aren't worked. They're old birds. They've been moved around multiple lofts. I've got only 2 birds in here that have only been in this loft, aside from where they were bred. Those 2. This is my hen side, I already said that. This one might be a cock, man. Sure hope not. It's big too, huh? When I bred these last year, I ended up coming out of breeding season with 2 less birds than I started. And that's taking in the new birds. So yeah, that's what's going on around here. Nothing really. What I'm gonna do is I want to do like probably 10 pairs, like I said, and then I'd only breed like 4 or 5 of those pairs. And then fly the other ones. That's what I'm going to use the lower box for now, is to just keep a rotation like that. But right now I got to breed everybody and replace my entire stock and get rid of all these old birds. They got to go. I got to start with a nice clean stock, and then from there I'll be able to, you know, get a system going. These aren't crack tumblers, but they will tumble real low. I've seen birds tumble just off the ground. Like I said, there's so many different styles of like flying with them. Like literally I got 4 or 5 that I can spot in my loft. So I gotta get them all cut down to 1. And it's funny, like talking to different people with these birds. They want different things out of them. Some people like different styles of flying. From what I see in the videos in Iraq, and they're usually like Arabic, so it's real hard to find. You gotta use Google Translate. Or just know the people to subscribe to, but because their whole YouTube's just in the Arabic script. Their birds fly real tight, just boom, rolls real fast. Like you can't even see it, you miss it. I kind of like the ones that roll over more, because then you can see it better. But we'll see what we end up with. You know, it's going to take some years to get them uniform in flight.